I want to talk about, the script, what we follow, what we say whenever we're trying to reach out to these sellers that are the investors that we're trying to get a hold of when we're reverse prospecting. And, like what I say, how I say it. But one thing I want to take away is like, this is just a framework. You guys can, read it word for word if you want, make it your own a little bit, whatever it is. But I really want to hammer in your head that, it's going to get much, much easier. It's not nearly as intimidating as you think it is. And it's really, really simple because, when you're reaching out to these people, they want properties, right? And if you're calling to offer them a property and something to add to their inventory, they're going to be receptive to that. So just know that you're not bugging anybody. It's not weird. It's not this and that. Like, it might just feel weird to you, but it's really not, I promise. So that being said, let's get into this cold call script. Now, this is a script that we use when we're contacting investors from reverse prospecting. And, we just want to get a hold of the investor. We want to find out what they're looking for and how we can help them. So, phone rings, ring, ring, hello. And I always lead with a name. Like if I'm trying to get a hold of like a John, like, hey John, my name's Jarius. How are you? Now, the tip is I never ask if so and so is there because 9 times out of 10 we're calling their cell phone. And when people call my cell phone, I answer. Like it's not like back in the day where it's like, hey, hello, and you're like, hello, like is John home? Whatever. Like they're gonna answer their phone. That's their cell phone. That's who we're gonna get a hold of. And if they're not, they're gonna tell you after the first line of like, "Hey, John," they're gonna be like, "Yeah, like what? Yeah," or they're gonna be like, "No, this isn't John. Like, who is what? Blah blah blah." So yeah, it's really you'll find out pretty quickly. So hey, John, my name is Jerry, and I know we haven't met yet, but a realtor friend of mine said that you invest in Forest Park, you invest in blank wherever, right? And you already know this because you've reverse prospected them down to it, right? And and I promise you, like the realtor friend part of it doesn't matter. It's not gonna come up. If it does, I'll just be like, oh, it's Tyler. Tyler with Huff or whoever with EXP, Sarah with Cutler, whoever. Like it just doesn't really matter. But so don't get caught up on that. So hey, John, my name is Jarius. We haven't met, but a realtor friend of mine said that you buy a lot of houses in Forest Park. Yeah, I do. Yeah, what, like what's it about? What's going on? Well, the reason I'm calling, man, is I actually buy a lot of stuff in Forest Park too. I'm an investor and I invest all over Cincinnati. And I ended up picking something up that I just like I don't have the bandwidth for. I don't have time to take on. And it's a really a great deal. And I was just wondering if you'd be open to checking it out, or are you looking for anything else right now? And you know, it's like it's like a yes or no, right? Can't do it right now. I'm super busy, or when were you thinking, or what, whatever. So they're gonna say, they're gonna be like, yeah, I mean, what's it all about? What's going on? So I kind of give them the address, like, hey, it's over here on Cary, and I'm actually heading out there in a few minutes to go meet a couple people. Do you have a minute to meet up? Can you meet me? Whatever. I have it under contract. Can you meet me out there? And whatever, right? And my goal is like I want to meet them at the house as quickly as possible. If I don't have a house and I'm just trying to build my buyers list, I'd simply just ask, hey, so and so said that you do a lot of houses in Forest Park. Are you looking for any more? Yeah, possibly. I have to check and see if the numbers make sense. Cool. Well, I come across a lot of deals in the neighborhood. Would it be okay if I just took your email and just added you to my buyers list, or just was able to send you a text message when I come across stuff? And there's always stuff that I get that I don't have the time for, or that I'm trying to wholesale because I again just don't have the bandwidth for it. Would that be okay? Oh yeah, yeah. Like guys, if they're a real investor, like you are a godsend. Like you are the call they've been waiting for. So don't ever feel like you're bugging them. So my goal, my outcome of this is like I do want to meet them at a property if I have a property. If I don't, I simply just want to add them to my buyers list. And then the next thing I want to just ask is like, hey, are you working on anything right now? Out of curiosity, and if they are, I'm gonna just ask, can I come out and look at it? Like, oh, that's really cool. I'm actually gonna be in that neighborhood tomorrow. Any chance I could come by and kind of check out what you do and just introduce myself? Just always like to connect with different investors and see what they're doing out there. That's it. and set the meeting. Set the meeting. Go look at a house they're working on. If they're not working on anything, go set something up at Starbucks. Go to a coffee shop. Meet them somewhere, right? And just get in touch with them. Get familiar and build that relationship because this is where it all starts, right? And worst case scenario, if all you get out of it is an email and somebody a text message, deal to, that's a win too, right? Because we're not getting caught up. We're not like dependent on this one person to be our only investor. We're working other fires. We got other things going, but that's a quick a quick review of the call script for cold calls, and we'll go over the other ones as well. But it's just not that intimidating. I promise you, you're not bugging anybody. You're not bothering anybody. You're the call they've been hoping for, and they're gonna be super grateful to connect with you. Anybody would, and if they don't act as such, then they're just not the right buyer for you. They're not the right investor. So move on. They've done you a favor, right? So the worst that's gonna happen is they're gonna say no and hang up. Cool. I didn't want to work with you anyway. I want to find the people that want people like me that can provide them a service. So let's go out there. Let's do it. Um, Crush all the fears. It's not that big of a deal. I promise once you do a few, you're going to get better and better and better. And then feel free to tweak this script however you need to. I made it a Word download so you can adjust it if you want, but really just don't deviate from it. And also, you don't need to do a lot of talking. But let's go out there and get it.